So I fixed criticism. I fixed defensiveness. I fixed deceptiveness and literally started to see my spouse change. Watch my last video on the toxic relationships. I'll leave the link in the description. But the biggest change came after I fixed these two behaviors that might be currently destroying your marriage. And the biggest of the two is stonewalling. So in this video, I will share what stonewalling is and what it isn't, why it hurts, and what you need to do to stop it. And towards the end, I will share the second behavior you should work on at the same time to help increase your chance of seeing the change you desire in your relationship. Welcome back to the all-new Total Marriage Transformation channel. I'm Dr. Delroy Fredericks of Hope Conquers Marriage Enrichment, where I help couples enrich their marriage personally and spiritually. Now let's get into the video. So what is stonewalling? Well, it's when one person shuts down by giving the silent treatment, by pretending they didn't hear you, by refusing to respond, by changing the subject, all to avoid having difficult conversations or uncomfortable conversations. And when you don't fully shut down, sometimes you answer questions with short answers, like, I don't know, or whatever you say. And sometimes you actually do this intentionally in order to manipulate or to hurt your partner. Now, if this describes you, don't feel ashamed, because I remember I used to actually do this earlier in my relationship a lot until I learned why stonewalling hurts and how to actually overcome it. So I need you to keep looking at this video until the end. Now, the reason why stonewalling actually hurts is because it destroys emotional safety and communication in any relationship. Look at it this way. Healthy communication is like a two-way road. One way is when one person shares thoughts, opinions, ideas, and feelings. So it's like I share, that's one way. The other way, on the other direction coming back, is when your partner receives the thoughts, receives your opinions and ideas and emotions, tries to understand it, and then share again. Traffic goes one way, traffic comes the other way. But what stonewalling does, and this was an eye-opener, stonewalling turns a legal two-way road into an illegal one-way street. Now, I need to think about that. It turns a legal two-way road into an illegal one-way street. Your spouse doesn't feel heard. Your spouse does not feel as though they're validated or even understood. And what it does, it causes major backups. Now type in comment if you understand this analogy. So what can you do to fix this? Well, if you are the person stonewalling, let's say you're looking at this video and you say, you know what, I do these things. Well, here's what you can do. Your spouse will immediately notice something different when you start to do what I will tell you now. So let's say you're having a difficult conversation, back and forth, or even close to an argument. When you can and it's your turn to speak, just say, I need to tell you something. You know, I honestly feel like shutting down. I don't really want to talk right now. And I know this will not solve anything right now, but I actually want to be able to resolve this, whatever the issue is you're going through right now, but in a healthier way. So can you give me 15 minutes to cool off so I can actually collect my thoughts? Then after the 15 minutes, we're going to come back and I promise we're going to talk about it, because I don't want to fight and I definitely don't want to give you the silent treatment like I'm used to doing. And I, just to make a point, or sometimes you just avoid this type of conversation or for peace in the home. Now it becomes your responsibility to come back after 15 minutes, or let's say you said 45 minutes. As an example, whatever time you set, you got to come back at that time. Trust me, your spouse will be shocked when you do this. And then you just share this video and tell them to share it with their friends. Now, I do need you to understand that taking a break and coming back is not the same as stonewalling. I need you to understand this. It's not the same. Or it's not the same as giving the silent treatment. Why? Because you're saying you're coming back. However, when you come back, it's important that you have communication skills and strategies necessary to be able to communicate the issue and to resolve that particular problem. Towards the end, I'll share the best way I believe to do this. Now, if you are being stonewall, let's say you want to talk, something came up, and your partner is stonewalling you. Here's what I need you to do. I need you not to push or try to do anything to push them into actually talking. Instead, I need you to learn how to be what we call assertive and to actually give them that time when they're giving you the silent treatment. Let them give you that time. But the way you'll be assertive is you'll say this in as calm as possible or a gentle as possible way, but firm enough so that they hear you and understand. You can say something like, I do see you don't want to talk right now. And I'll give you some space so you can actually collect your thoughts, think about it, calm down. I'll give you your space. Then ask them this: would you be okay with talking to me in about an hour? If they say okay, that's half the battle. If they say no, that means it's still not safe to talk. Now, it's important that you understand when it is safe to talk, communication skills will be necessary now to follow through on that conversation. These skills can be learned. Now, the second behavior I need you to work on at the same time is actually something that most of us do, and that is expecting our spouse or partner to know what we're thinking without telling them. You know what I'm talking about. And to fix this, if there is something you want your partner to know, tell them. It is that simple. And when you are choosing to stop stonewalling, choosing to resolve and to fix conflicts, you are going to have to start verbalizing some things that you really want your partner to understand when it comes to your perspective. You see, it all comes back to communication and emotional safety. And to help couples excel in these areas, we have created a brand new virtual and in-person communication building workshop called Let's Talk, where you can discover how to create emotional safety, communicate to resolve conflicts, and actually stop stonewalling once and for all. So to be a part of this next workshop, I need to check the link in the description to register. It's actually coming up in April 5th. Or, as usual, you can activate your free trial to explore the Marriage Enrichment Institute, where you'll go deeper on these topics and get access to even live coaching calls and much, much more. So if you found this video valuable, subscribe, for I post a new video every week. And remember to go back and look at part 1 of this video, where I share on the 5 toxic behaviors. Watch that video now, and I'll see you in the next video.